Hello everybody, welcome to the World Triathlon Multisport World Championships, the opening day of competition. This afternoon we kick things off with the 2024 World Triathlon Duathlon Sprint. We start with the elite. Well, let's have a look at the start list, some of the elite women, and you've picked out a couple that you want to concentrate. First up, wearing the number 49 from Japan, Ayuida. What a magnificent background she's got. She has. She's a three-time Olympian, three times Duathlon World Championship podium over 21 to 23, so 2021, 22, 23. And has a second and two-thirds there, so she's one to watch out for sure. Number 47 from France is Marianne Legrand, another one to watch. Yeah, she's the 2023 and 2024 European Duathlon champion, and we will showcase a lot about that because that is the prestigious event in Europe. And another name that's definitely in the mix is Aussie Charlotte McShane. She's wearing the number 52, and she's got a lot of chance in this one. She has. She's a two-time Commonwealth Games representative. She was the under-23 world champion, triathlon champion in 2013, and in 2017 part of our champion mixed relay team. And away we go. We're racing in Townsviille for this World Championship event. It's one of those situations that from the air you probably don't get to see that little bit of elevation. And I know we've talked about it a lot many times over the years for events that have held in Townsville. We talk about a flat, fast track. But as you said, as you've been out and run this, those tricky little rises are enough to catch you out. The beauty of having two Aussie girls out there in front is that they can actually work together. And that's something we're probably going to see between Aspen and also Rochelle. So early on, the Aussie girls have already started to make a little bit of a statement. Baker there from Great Britain, just starting to tow those other girls just on the back. This is this section here now. We've got that little bit of a downhill. So, you know, it's a good place to sit there and try and bridge that little bit of a gap onto the girls. That hill there is just starting to stretch the legs out a little bit more again, and then we're going to see these little ebbs and flows throughout this 5-kilometre run. This is quite a historic area that they're running through here. Jazine Barracks was basically military control from 1885 through to 2006, when the military handed it back to the city of Townsville. Development happened, the boardwalks were put in, the visitor area is quite spectacular, and now we get to showcase it to the world through our World Championships. So up here you'll see there is a monument to the past in our military history. And again, the athletes won't be paying much attention to that right now, but they are running through a very historic area. You can see the girls there. They're all pretty comfortable at the moment. They're probably not really laying it down just at this stage. We may see them at the back end of this run do that to try and get a bit of a break in between. It is a draft legal bike course, 4 laps that they're going to go into. So you want to have some people with you, but you don't want to have a massive pack as well. So you'll know what ladies you can work with. They'll know their opposition. They'll know where they want to get to and go. And you can just see every time we hit this little bit of an uphill, you can just see Rochelle puts that little bit of pressure on there, and we start to see them string out. Then they come back on that downhill. They're all taking water. We do know it's warm out there, so that's going to be vital throughout this whole race. And of course, with Rochelle Hill, under 23 runner, so she could win both events, being an under 23 and running in the women, so she could be the winner overall. Correct. That's the exciting part about this. It gives those under 23s an opportunity to race against the elites, and then they can test themselves against it. Aspen Anderson, who we can just see in the background there in 4th place, she's actually junior, so she's still got another year in juniors, but she's up there racing the under 23s. But you can see the ladies there just starting to really put the pressure on. Barker from Great Britain and Legrand there also from France. So they're our 3 leading girls with Rochelle Hill. All right, you can see it here, our course announcer, Pete Murray in the background, welcoming the 3 ladies into transition. This is what you want to get right. You see Rochelle just went past her bike and back to it. You want to be nice and clean, helmets on as a clip. You can't take your bike off until your helmet's done up. And you can see she's just made her way out. So we start to see an overhead shot. This is the strand. And, Barker's had some trouble with her transition on the bike. And Marianne Legrand from France has got away a little bit. Rochelle Hill now in tail. The strand, the beautiful waters on the left-hand side of Cleveland Bay out towards Magnetic Island as you head out further into the Great Barrier Reef and out to the Pacific Ocean. It's quite a stunning location. And the girls now get on the bike and check out, as you said, some of these little speed humps throughout this course could certainly throw you undone. Well, that's it. Like I said, there's one speed bump there. We've got a different change in surfaces throughout. It is quite narrow in between. But you can see that the 3 lead girls, 25-second lead over DuPont, Aida and Anderson.
Phoebe's finding it hard there just to try and bridge that gap. It's stayed about the same. But you can see just her leg turnover is just that little bit quicker than the other girls. So they've just got a little bit more pressure in the pedals, and you can just see that gap just opening up just that little bit more. It's that what we call the elastic band.
Yeah, so that gap has certainly opened up. So out in front with a quick look over the shoulder is Marion Legrand from France. Rochelle Hill, it looks like the two are making that opportunity just to work together a little bit. Quick flick of the arms and a look over the shoulder. Rochelle Hill from Australia now, who is an under-23 athlete. So an under-23 leading the World Championships. Great opportunity for Australia to really do well here in the World Championship Duathlon. Really tough work out there today. So we talked about those conditions. Humidity up around 69%. It's 25, 26 degrees. The wind has dropped down a little bit. So the girls go around for that turning point. And again, Marion Legrand tries to put her foot down.
Yeah, she's the dominant one on the bike, that's for sure. So she knows she doesn't want to get rid of Rochelle. She wants to probably keep her there. Just readjusting her shoes, just making sure she's sat on. Rochelle's just getting that fluids in. And there we go. That's our third place. That's Phoebe Barker there, making her way around. So that is a bit more than 3 seconds, probably more.
14, showing 14-second now gap from first and second back to third. So and then it's Anderson, DuPont, and Ueda. Still under a minute, but 50 seconds is a lot of ground to make up in a short sprint duathlon.
Marion's now just starting to open this, that little bit of a gap. Now, this is where if she knows it off the back, bang, you want to go and get that. You can see Rochelle, she knows she's got to go to get back on there.
4 doesn't go into a podium finish. Only one of these 3 of 4 athletes can finish on the podium. So right now, they just got to work together to try and close the gap a little, but it will come down to a pretty amazing finish off that final run leg.
At some stage, something's going to give on both parts, and this is the frustrating part when you're probably the stronger rider of the two out there. Or is Rochelle playing games there? She's saving herself for the run, knowing what's coming, and she's probably going to back herself for the run. It's smart from the Aussie girl sitting there making the French lady out the front do the work.
Marion Legrand goes back around as they get to that swing back up that little rise to the back streets here off the strand in Townsviille.
And this is the section I said I wouldn't be surprised if she has to lay it down a little bit more. She's just looked behind. She's opened up a little bit more gap. Watch the right-hand turn. She's going to open up a few more bike lengths.
Gee, that's happened quick.
And then now she's got to get out of the saddle and go. They're both out of the saddle. They're both driving. You can see she's now down in that aero position, getting down as low as can. She's hurting. You can see that mouth's opening up. She's trying to get that oxygen in, getting ready to go through.
It's Marion Legrand, the 2021 Duathlon World Championship bronze medalist from France, getting into that transition. Once again, you talked about the second transition, so important to get this right.
That's it. So they've got to run up around the top. They've got to come back down. They're going to rack their bikes. And then when they get their shoes, they've got to go back out the same way they went on the bike. And then they'll do a U-turn around the back of the racks. And then they'll head out onto our 1 lap, 2.5 kilometre run to finish off with. Front wheel in. Helmet will go on the box, like we said. And one shoe. Bit of a sticky point there, and second shoe, she's out. Nice transition there for Marion. And Rochelle's just in transition. You can see shoes are on, the helmet's already in. But what we're going to look for is leg turnover. She looks pretty comfortable there getting off the bike. Rochelle just looks like a little bit heavier in the legs, but no, there we go. You can see the legs pick back up again, and off she goes. But yeah, Marion, like that, nice and smooth, up through the shoulders, not a lot of wasted energy. They'll go around the roundabout. And then we're on that 1 lap, so she's opened up a 2-second lead, but I'd say that's probably more like about 5 or 8 seconds.
5, absolutely. As Rochelle now goes around that roundabout turn to head up towards the run leg.
And our second pack coming in, the 3-time Olympian to the front. She knows where to be, the experience. The young gun, Aspen Anderson there. She's a junior athlete racing in the under-23s. This will be interesting. This is going to be on like no tomorrow between these girls. Phoebe Barker, who led the first run and lost it there in that transition coming onto the bike. The front wheel in there. Ueda's in there, got one shoe on, still got the helmet on. She's trying to get a bike around, it's falling on her at the same time. These are little things there that you can lose timing. And to see Aspen's out there now, she's in front.
Wow. She really did make up some time and put a couple of metres in front of Ueda, who did have that issue. And Barker slips to the back of that 4 female pack. We go back out in front. A really handy lead opened up now from Marion Legrand from France in this World Championship event. She has really got this to lose.
You can see out the back, she looks pretty looks really comfortable there rolling through. I think they're still on the climb up, and they'll
Yep.
start coming down very shortly. So that'll be a welcome if you can actually just get that leg turnover around. There's a chance here to get the heart rate down, just to get him back into control. You can see her flicking her arms around, just trying to relax that little bit more. And, you know, like she's in control out there in front.
And there's Rochelle coming into the area that takes you onto the boardwalk now at Kissing Point.
You know, like she's been in control. She controlled
the
the
thumbs
thumbs
up.
up. Yep.
Yeah, she knows that it's getting very close to saluting at the finish line. 57:45. We're just about to hit. Only a couple of 100 metres left before she'll swing down onto the blue carpet.
She's done a great job out there today, but down on that blue carpet, we're going to crown our world champion here at our Multisport Champions for the Duathlon. Welcome home, Marion Legrand. High-fiving her way through. She's going, how good's this? Come for a holiday in Townsviille.
Goes across the line and a little turn and salute before grabbing the banner, and she's pretty pumped with that. A 58:40. She really did take it to Rochelle in that final lap of the bike and just kept looking at her saying, you come and get me. And that little bit of a rise, as you predicted, where she put the foot down. And here comes our second place, but winner of the under-23s, Australian Rochelle Hill. She'll be super excited about that. Just a tad over 59 minutes, Toby.
Yeah, and watch for this. This is one of the futures of our sport. Well done there, Rochelle Hill. On home soil to take out second place in the elites and under-23 world champion. She's really opened up on the girls. There we go. Phoebe Barker there in fourth.
Congratulations, ladies. That is a superb effort in the weather conditions today. And Phoebe Barker has certainly had a tough day at the office, but she'll come through. She'll end up with a bit of reflection from that transition that did change the entire race, because that would have been interesting to have the three out there to see what could have been, but it wasn't. Ueda goes across the line as well from Japan.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I don't realize now, but yeah, it was Jeux Olympiques in France, and whole France really good race in France. So I want to do the same today in duathlon. I'm really happy because I think it's an objective in my season to have this win today. So today we can say that the job is done to have this title. All the person who are in my life, and this win is for Garance. It's my wife, and she can't run today. She can't run in her life now because she has an injury, and it's for her because I know she's always with me in my heart. And yeah, I'm so happy. It's for my coach, Garance, and my family. Thank you.
Well, we're down here with a very, very happy Aussie athlete, second place overall in the elites, but of the world, under-23 champion Rochelle Hill. That smile says so much.
I'm so happy. I didn't expect it coming into this. I wasn't sure what to expect, to be honest, but it was just such an honour racing in with the pros and being out there on the bike with a French athlete of all athletes. I know they're some of the best on the cycle in particular, so it was really great seeing her skills and trying to work on my skills during the race.
Just finally, I mean, you talked about your coach, but what makes your performance even more special is that the coach is your mum, also a world champion. Today, both mum and daughter, coach and athlete, a world champion. It's a special moment today.
She's definitely an idol. I always look up to her and I hear about her races and I strive to be just like that. So yeah.
What a fantastic event we've had. And Toby, there it is, the results of our elite women here in Townsville, a world championship event, and we have a result sheet.
Yeah, Marion Legrand, our winner in time of 58.36. Rochelle Hill, 29 seconds behind with Jeannie Dupont in 1:36. They're both under-23 ladies. Phoebe Barker there had that incident into the transition, but 1:42. Ueda, our Olympian, three-time Olympian, 1:56. And the young gun, Aspen Anderson, there rounding out the top six there in 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 behind.
Which was quite incredible. Then a big gap back to the rest of the athletes. So Charlotte did find it tough, but we talked about that. Just getting ready for the rest of her event. So Charlotte McShane coming in 7th place in our elite women's.
Marion Legrand.
And moving into our under-23s here, we had Rochelle Hill take out the world title there in a time of 59.05. Jeannie Dupont there finishing second, a minute 36 behind. And Aspen Anderson rounds out that podium in 2 minutes 30 behind.
Representing Australia, Rochelle Hill.